You open your textbook. You sit down. You tell yourself, "Today, I'm actually going to study." 5 minutes later, your phone is in your hand, and you're watching a video of a cat sliding off a table. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. This is not a discipline problem. This is not a laziness problem. This is a brain problem. And today, I'm going to explain exactly what's happening inside your head and how to hack it. Welcome. Let's get into it. First, let me ask you something. When was the last time you opened TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Reels and couldn't stop scrolling? You didn't need motivation for that, did you? You didn't make a schedule. You didn't set a goal. You didn't reward yourself with candy after every 10 videos. You just did it effortlessly for hours. Now here's the real question. Why can't your brain do that with studying? The answer is not what most people think. Most people think, I just need more willpower. They think if they try harder, wake up earlier, or drink enough coffee, the studying will somehow happen. But they're wrong. Here's what's actually going on. Your brain has a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical, like most people say. It's actually the wanting chemical. Dopamine is what makes you reach for your phone. It's what makes you click next episode. It's what makes you refresh your feed, even when there's nothing new. Dopamine doesn't give you pleasure. It gives you the urge to seek pleasure. And here is the critical part that changes everything. TikTok, Instagram, and every major social media app. They were designed by billion-dollar companies with teams of scientists specifically to hijack your dopamine system. Let me repeat that. They were engineered to be addictive. Meanwhile, your textbook, it was designed by a professor in 1987. Let's think about what makes TikTok so powerful. Number 1, instant reward. Every single video gives you something, a laugh, a surprise, a shocking fact, a beautiful face. Within the first 2 seconds, your brain learns scrolling equals reward, and that reward comes fast. Number 2, unpredictability. You never know what the next video will be. It could be boring, or it could be the funniest thing you've ever seen. That uncertainty is the secret weapon. It's the same psychology as a slot machine. Scientists call this variable reward, and it is the most addictive pattern the human brain has ever encountered. Number 3, zero friction. You don't need to find your phone, you don't need to log in, you don't need to search for anything. One tap and you're inside. Now, compare that to studying. You need to find your book, find the right page, understand complex information with zero guaranteed reward, and you might need to do it for 2 hours straight. From your brain's perspective, that is a horrible deal. Here's something that will blow your mind. Every time you check your phone during studying, your brain gets a small hit of dopamine, and every time that happens, your brain builds what scientists call a neural pathway, a habit loop. After weeks of this behavior, your brain has literally been rewired. Studying equals boring, difficult, no reward. Phone equals exciting, easy, instant reward. This is not a character flaw. This is neuroscience. And here is the worst part. The more low-effort, high dopamine content you consume, TikTok, Reels, gaming, the harder it becomes for your brain to focus on anything slow and difficult. Researchers have found that excessive social media use actually shrinks your attention span. In 2004, the average human attention span was about 12 seconds. Today, studies suggest it is closer to 8 seconds. That is less than a goldfish. We are literally training our brains to be unable to study. Now here's where it gets interesting. The solution is not to delete all your apps and lock yourself in a library with no phone for 6 hours. That approach almost never works, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because you are fighting your brain's reward system with pure willpower, and willpower always loses eventually. The real solution is to make studying feel like TikTok. Not look like it, not pretend to be it, but actually trigger the same dopamine responses in your brain. This is possible, this is real, and this is what we call gamified learning. But to understand how to build this system and why it actually works on a biological level, you need to come back for part 2. because in part 2, I'm going to give you a step-by-step method to turn your study sessions into a game your brain actually wants to play. I'm talking about streaks, point systems, level ups, rewards, challenges, all built around your actual coursework. This isn't fantasy. Students who use this method report studying 2 to 3 times longer, with better retention, and actually enjoying the process. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in part 2. Because your brain is not broken, it's just been playing the wrong game.